So what do you think of that result then? Hello and welcome to Palace to the Core. My name's Stephen Dawes and I'm going to be giving spoilers away about this game. So if you haven't seen the game yet and you don't want to know what the score is, then pause this video, subscribe so that you can carry on watching the videos and hearing all the news about Palace, and then come back and listen to this review. Okay. The game started actually really quite slow in terms from Crystal Palace point of view. I think that there was quite a bit of riding on this game. A lot of people thought that the original games with the first games that we'd had in the season would come up against a lot of the big six teams, and a lot of people were saying that really the Leeds game is going to be one of those that we need to prove ourselves that we can still compete in the Premier League with the teams and the power and the players that we've got. And I think that we managed to do that on the whole, I think, during this game. But the first half was not easy from the beginning. Leeds came out, they pressed us really hard, and if you've watched my videos before, you will know that I've said before that when teams press us really hard, especially at the back, then we do tend to slow down, make a few mistakes, because Patrick Vieira wants us to play from the back, which is great. But sometimes if teams are pressing us really high up, it can cause us a few problems. And it was in the first half at the beginning. We were giving away the ball, and we weren't really in charge of the game, and Leeds were increasing their pressure on us, and after just 10 minutes they managed to get the goal, which was I mean, it was one of those goals where I don't think we necessarily should have scored it, but these are the way things are. So anyway, as the half went on, I thought that things started to improve. We started to play the ball around a bit more, we started to press them a little bit more, started to put some passes together. Still wasn't fantastic, but we managed to get at least some momentum going in the game. And then towards the latter half of the game, Edouard managed to get his head onto a very good cross and made it 1-0. And I thought that at that point we probably deserved to get the 1-0. I thought that we had played a lot better. We were kind of moving forward a bit more. AU was more inside than out on the wing, and I think that worked a lot better for us. I thought that we did good with that. After that, we kind of continued to build up our momentum towards half time. AU got a really nasty head injury, which required some bandaging on his head. He came out bandaged in the second half as well, but thankfully he managed to stay on the pitch, because obviously we don't want any more injuries at the moment. And he actually played really well. I thought Anderson came back and again was a rock at the back. I think that he was really good for us. Mitchell didn't play because apparently he wasn't feeling too well, but he did come on later on in the game, and I thought he had a solid game. Missed a couple of passes, but in general I thought he was a very solid defender, and certainly one of the reasons why I think he's underrated sometimes from the job that he does. So second half we came out a lot better, a lot brighter. We were passing the ball a lot better. We were causing a lot more trouble to Leeds. I think Leeds dropped off a little bit. Maybe the fitness wasn't quite there for them, and they dropped off a little bit, and a little bit slower to the ball, and we were starting to put some good passes together. Zaha was coming into the game in the second half. First half they were marking him out of the game completely, but second half he got more of the ball and he was causing more trouble to Leeds United. And then later on in that game, we managed to score the second goal, and this was a fantastic goal by Eze. Ball came across, a great little flick from Wilf into the path of Eze, and he took the ball really well and slotted it past the keeper. Very good goal, and one of the first home goals he scored for about a year now. So great to see him scoring again. Hopefully this will be the one of many that he will start scoring for us now, because I think that he certainly has got the ability to do so. Okay, so my camera just cut out on me then, but I'm back now. Okay, so as I said before, it turned out to be a pretty good game for us at the end. It was a good win. I think second half we dominated, and there were some good performances out there. I think Elise did well. Zaha was kept at bay in the first half. The second half he really came into the game and did some really great stuff. I think Doucouré had an okay game. He made a couple of mistakes in the midfield, which wasn't really like him, but he tried to make up for it and did okay, I thought. It was great to see Mitchell come back on, even though he wasn't feeling 100%. As I said before, he made a couple of bad passes, but in general I think he was okay. AU for me again did really well, really But you know, he put in some fantastic passes. He was working really hard as AU does. Had a chance to score a goal at one point, but was denied by the defender. But you know, I think in general he had a pretty good game, and I think overall it was a very positive game from Crystal Palace. I think that we played really well. So, but I'd love to hear your thoughts as always. Let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know where you think Palace are going. Do you think that we are becoming better at you know, trying to grind out results, and actually let me know what you think, whether you think the Palace are better at grinding out results now but didn't concede a late goal, which is absolutely fantastic from our point of view. So let me know down in the comments what you think, and as always, have a good evening.